Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Happy Practice Podcast. I'm your host, Adam Sierra, and today we are joined by Dr. Vernard Hodges and Dr. Terrence Ferguson of the Critter Fixers Country Vets. Welcome to the show.
Hey, we're so happy to be here, and we're super excited to be in Salt Lake City, brother. Who would have thought two country vets right here in Salt Lake City?
Way out west.
Way out west.
Yeah.
But I'm Dr. Vernard Hodges, and I'm one half of the dynamic duo of the Critter Fixers. And, I'm a veterinarian. Started out with this guy about 30 years ago. And we practice in Central Georgia, and we do all kinds of animals.
Yeah, and I'm Dr. Terrence Ferguson, and the other half of the dynamic duo Critter Fixer Country Vets. And we're absolutely ecstatic to be out in Salt Lake City. A veterinarian, like you said, we do a little bit of everything. It's hard for us to say we're small animal veterinarians because we see small animals, large animals, exotics. Usually if it's an animal out there in distress, it shows up at Critter Fixer.
On this show, we always start with how you got into healthcare.
Okay.
So tell us about your journeys into vet med and how you both became the Critter Fixers.
So me, I was a little bit different. I didn't have the traditional, I wanted to be a vet since I was a kid. My actual dream was to be the black Jacques Cousteau. I thought I was going to be in fisheries and marine life and do those things. I actually am a marine biologist. I got a degree in fisheries biology from Fort Valley State University, and I've worked, everywhere from the Bay of Fundy with lobsters in Canada to Nepal with carp and all those different things. But my love of all animals brought me to the veterinary field, and I wanted to work with everything. So that's kind of how I got into it.
Yeah, I guess I'm over traditionalist. When I was 7 or 8 years old, I'm from a very small country town in Georgia. Very small. My graduating class was probably 50 students, so that kind of gives you a gauge on the size. But when I was 7 or 8 years old, I had a dog that was hit by a car, and I just happened to be in the yard when it happened, and the dog ran home and went under the house, and I went right under the house after the dog, and just worked on the dog a couple of days, and the dog got better. I thought that I had done something miraculous, brought this dog back from the dead, and it lit a fire in me to want to help animals. And just remember telling my parents that I want to, help animals, and she told me, baby, it's called a veterinarian, and I really kept that fire going throughout until I became a veterinarian. So that's kind of a traditionalist, but that was something that was miraculous. I thought it was. Now looking back, it probably had a little road rash. It was going to be fine without me, but God put me in the right position at the right time.
Well, we're going to talk a lot about the triumphs today, and we're going to talk about a lot of your guys' accomplishments. I mean, what you've done is fantastic,
Yes.
but it wasn't always easy.
Definitely.
You guys started out, you opened your practices, and you took a lot of risks on it. Tell me
Yes.
about those early days and the challenges.
First of all, where was we
Yeah.
25 years ago?
That's right.
Especially when I was his underpaid receptionist.
Yeah.
I was answering the phone and doing it because it was just in the clinic. We started in about an 800 square foot paint shop where we made all the exam tables.
Yeah.
We put up the walls. We had a World War II x-ray machine. And we was wondering how we was going to keep the lights on.
Yeah, absolutely. We just took a leap of faith. We both knew that we wanted to be business owners. And, sometimes you just got to take that leap, and we did. And, we didn't have many resources. We didn't have very much money or little money at all. It's hard to, the little bit we had, like you said, we bought drywall and we bought lumber and we partitioned the walls off that we had to make exam rooms. We made our own exam tables. We just very resourceful in what we had. And I can remember getting that first check. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't very much, but we were so excited just to be able to go to the bank with that first check. So I know a lot of people see Critter Fixers now and see where we are, but we definitely had humble beginnings. It was a little tough starting out.
Y'all met at vet school, right?
No, we met undergrad.
Yes.
We met at Fort Valley State University undergrad. I was a fisheries biology major. He was a vet tech major, but we took some of the same biology classes. Mm-hmm. So that's where we've been.
Yeah. Long time ago.
So as you've gone on, your practices have done really good things.
Yes.
And you've also done a lot with media. You've done you've done the TV show. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. We talk about if you do the right thing when nobody's looking, they will find you. And that was kind of our situation. We were practicing doing the things that we love, and the people at National Geographic noticed it, and they offered us a show. We didn't know much about television. I remember one of the first questions they asked was, have your agent and we don't have an agent. Why would we have an agent, right? So we did, fortunately get an agent who represented us, and we were able to get the contracts, and I didn't know how hard it was. We didn't know how
Yeah.
hard it was to get that after a first year run. I thought,
Mhm.
oh, this is. But when they offers a second year contract, people are like, wow, most shows don't make it out of one.
Yeah.
And here we are. We just finished season 6, so it's been a blessing.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So you've become some of the top vets in the entire world, right? You're doing speaking, you're
Right.
doing your show, you're doing a lot for the industry as a whole. But one of the things you've talked about that it sounds like you're most proud of is actually giving back to the community and empowering the next generation. Tell me about some of the initiatives that you guys have going on right now.
Yeah, a lot of people see us now doing what we do now, but this is something that we've done since we opened the doors at Critter Fixer. We've never told a child no. We never told a parent no. When we first opened, we really engulfed ourselves in the community. We became part of the community. We were not just a business in the community. So we take pride in that. When kids come by, our parents bring them over. We would go to the schools and talk to kids and tell them about veterinary medicine. Because of course, we feel like veterinary medicine is the best profession there is in the world. And we try to share that with as many people as we can. And, it goes even to the point now, where we're doing it nationally. It's not something that we sought out to do. Thought we would take care of our area, and whoever heard us from middle Georgia would be great. But, sometimes that plan gets bigger and the territory got enlarged, and now we do this all over the country. But we really, really, really feel good about giving back to our community, giving back to the kids. And that's one thing about Dr. Hodges and I. We're both kind of linked right there. We both love people, we both love our profession, and we both love giving back.
I mean, we've gotten this amazing platform, right? And at this stage of the game where we've got 25 years in, as we have this platform, you have to think, like, most of our career is behind us. And it's been a great career, right? But why get this huge platform? And we've talked about it. I don't think God gave it a platform for us. It's for us to do good for other people.
Right.
So that's where we kind of are. And that's why we use our platform to kind of do good in the world.
Well, and part of the reason that you're here with us in Salt Lake City is we did a Vet for a Day program yesterday.
Mhm.
Tell us about the Vet for a Day initiative and how that got started and where it's at right now.
Yeah, we'll let you start.
So Therefore a Day was one of those things where, with the platform comes a lot of requests. And we were getting requests from mom, grandma, auntie, all over. And it was like, how can my kid be you? And we would try to answer, but then it was like, why don't we just get a group of them and do it? And we initially wanted to start it at our clinic. And it just grew to the point where we're now doing it all the way across the country, which is one of the reasons, our partnership with Weave and partner with you guys, and doing Roots High School here, that's what it's all about. It's all about using the platform and the partnership to do good. And so that's kind of how we started with Vet for a Day.
And you've been doing this for like 3 years now, right?
Yes.
And you do several programs a year all throughout the country. What are your thoughts and why are you guys so passionate about investing in the next generation of veterinarians and veterinary professionals?
For one, Dr. Hodges and I both, of course, we're Black veterinarians, and they're less than 2% of veterinarians are Black. So we want to be sure that we just expose the field of veterinary medicine to those areas that are underrepresented. We want to make sure that they understand that veterinary medicine can be an option for them. So just us being there, seeing us, seeing what we do, how we do it, and who we are. If you've been around us long enough, we like to have fun. So, a lot of time the kids it resonates with them, and they can look, I can be like them. I can do that. It's not so stoic all the time, and it's something that they can't do. So we just want to expose these areas to veterinary medicine, and hopefully at some point we can increase that diversity in veterinary medicine because we know there are other kids out there that want to be veterinarians. So we're just trying to show them how, as far as what classes they need. The main thing is how to become. It is about grades, but it's also about how you position yourself in this world and in this community, and who you link yourself up with.
100% agree. And it's all about relationships. And watching you guys yesterday with the kids, seeing you talk with them and build those relationships and seeing that spark in their eyes was really cool.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about, man. I mean, and the Roots, like we talked about, was a little different from most high schools. I mean, these kids are maybe on their final chance, unfortunately, and talking to Tyler and talking to the principal. So, you just want to be a part of that spark to kind of ignite them and show them, look, nobody's giving up on you. You can be whatever you want to be. I mean, let's reel it in. Let's figure out how to do it, and let's figure out how to turn those no's into yeses.
Yeah, and I mean, there's nothing that makes us feel better than a success story. I can remember that we were in Las Vegas a couple of years ago, and a parent had brought a kid over from LA and wanted to expose them to what we were doing, our program. But the kid was not very interested in veterinary. Mom brought him over, and he went through the process. But 6 months later, we get a call from the clinic that we were at, and saying that the mom had called, this kid was interested in veterinary medicine, and they actually had applied to go to the same university that we went to undergrad. So that was one of those stories where we knew in that point we made a difference. And that's what it's all about. And those are the things that recharge us to keep doing what we're doing.
Absolutely. When talking about doing what you're doing, you guys are right in the middle of your private practice. I mean, you guys have a lot going on right now. What's next for the Critter Fixers?
And right now it's just, again, it's taking these gifts and taking this platform to another level. We talk about Vet for a Day, which is huge, but we've also teamed up with PetSmart, and we've opened up practices. And this, we talk about the small number of African-American veterinarians. I mean, I'm sure we've increased that number by 10, 12% of owners, because now we're providing ownerships to people who otherwise have no clue how to start a business, don't have the capital to start a business, and we partner with them to get some ownership. So that's really a good feeling to see, people who no way they would ever, be able to change the socioeconomics of their lives or their family lives and be a part of that.
So it's really that American dream, right?
It's the American dream.
Absolutely.
People want to be a homeowner and a
Right.
business owner.
Yeah.
For a lot of us that are minorities, as a Hispanic person,
Right.
we face a lot of those same challenges.
For sure.
It's
I
really
sure.
cool to see what you guys are doing for not only the next generation, but also the current generation that's, trying to navigate how to get into practice ownership, how to get into the healthcare space, making it more accessible is way cool.
Yes. Absolutely.
Appreciate it. We're super excited.
So I want to end on advice for two different groups of people. The first one, advice for healthcare professionals, practice owners, practitioners who are looking to get more involved in their community and get more involved with charitable work. What would your advice be for them?
So my advice for people who are business owners, because, those people who, you go to the grocery store with, or those are the people that possibly could be your client. So don't, and a lot of times, unfortunately, health professionals are introverted. We don't like to go out and mingle. We have that scientific mind that is, okay, this has to be this, and 1 + 2 is 3 all the time. But sometimes there are different ways to get there. Go out in the community, sponsor a few things, whether it's Little League, whatever your interests are, go out and meet people, go out and talk about it. Go out and pretty much, unfortunately, it's kind of hard, but you got to sell yourself. Because I tell people, and I tell my doctors as well as my technicians, people can go out and get a rabies shot anywhere in our county. They can go 2 miles here, a mile here, and get a rabies shot. But they got to want to come get it from me because I'm part of their family. So make them part of your family, and that makes all the difference.
Last thing.
Yes.
What would be your advice for the next generation of aspiring veterinarians or people that want to get involved in healthcare?
Yeah, I think my advice would be for that next generation is, I always use this word humanity, right? Humanity. Just treat everybody right, develop that team that you need. Even when we went in business, you can't do it alone. You need a team, right? And the team is the community. The community needs you, and you need the community. So a lot of, I think, young people that want to become veterinarians, want to be business owners, they kind of get tunnel vision on, this is what I need to do, this is all I need to do. But you need to develop those skills and habits at a young age of, like you said, go to the Little League game. Go engulf yourself in the community. Join the Rotary Club. There are people out there that have experience doing different things. It doesn't have to be a veterinarian. You need a mentor. It doesn't have to be a veterinarian. It may be a banker. It may be the Little League coach. It may be someone in the Rotary Club. But you have to engulf yourself in the community. And the next thing is just have a plan too. If you're, let's say you're in high school and you want to be, you need to have a plan and you need to follow that plan. You can't kind of haphazardly wait till I'm a junior or senior in college, and now I say, okay, I want to go to veterinary school. Let me get serious about it. Sometimes they can be a little bit too late, which is why our program is so important. We want to let these kids know in middle and high school what you need to do to become a veterinarian so that they can have a plan, they can find that mentor or mentors can help them through this process. So just engulfing yourself in the community, take a holistic approach to it. Don't have so much tunnel vision, because it is about you, but it's about a whole lot of other people as well.
Dr. Hodges and Dr. Ferguson, it's been so great having you. How can people find you?
You can go to critterfixer.com.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to learn more about our Vet for a Day program, you can go to cfvet.com, or you can find us at our handles, Dr. Hodges _ Critterfixer Vet,
or Dr. Ferguson _ Critterfixer Vet.
Awesome. It's been so great having you both on the show. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you to everybody who joined us, watching, listening, or otherwise joining us today. Appreciate you, and until next time, stay happy.